Hyundai is the only automaker who makes electric vehicles people truly loves. Get ready, because if there's one machine that's come to electrify the very concept of performance driving, it's the Hyundai Ioniq 6N. Forget everything you thought you knew about electric vehicles being soft, silent, and subtle. The Ioniq 6N is a fire-breathing dragon disguised in a fluid-sculpted sedan body, an EV engineered not just to zip from point A to B, but to make that journey feel like a high-octane thrill ride. The soul of this electrified beast lies in its dual-motor setup, capable of unleashing a brutal 641 horsepower with the adrenaline-pumping N-Grin boost engaged. The Ioniq 6N EV punches harder than many gas-powered sports cars, propelling itself from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in a mere 3.2 seconds. But the numbers only tell part of the story. The real spectacle is how this power is delivered, through a symphony of simulated gear shifts, crackling faux exhaust notes, and torque distribution so precisely calibrated it can actually facilitate controlled drifting. Yes, you heard that right. Drifting in an electric sedan. This visceral experience is thanks to Hyundai's extensive software wizardry, turning electrons into entertainment. Features like the N-eShift mimic traditional gear changes with convincing torque interruptions, while N-Active Sound Plus provides 3 customizable soundscapes, from a deep combustion growl to futuristic synthwave, creating a multi-sensory driving thrill unlike anything else on the market. And if you're a track junkie, the Ioniq 6N offers a dedicated N-Drift optimizer and launch control, making weekend escapades on the circuit feel less like experiments and more like orchestrated ballet. Crucially, the chassis doesn't lag behind the electronics. It's been overhauled with adaptive stroke-sensing dampers, redesigned suspension geometry, and a lowered roll center that hugs the road like it's trying to tattoo the asphalt. Wider fenders and a slightly lengthened wheelbase lend stability to high-speed cornering, while its 20-inch Pirelli P0 tires grip like an eager dance partner anticipating the next twist. Hyundai has tuned the Ioniq 6N not just to be fast, but to be ferociously nimble, turning every curve into an invitation for controlled chaos. Visually, the Ioniq 6N is impossible to ignore. The once sleek silhouette of the standard Ioniq 6 has been weaponized with aggressive blade-style front accents, a blackout rear fascia, and a swan neck rear wing that doesn't just look radical, it adds over 200 pounds of downforce at top speed. Hyundai didn't build this car to blend in. It was engineered to stand out, especially when slicing through air at speeds north of 250 kilometers per hour. The whole package radiates drama without being garish, balancing elegance with brute force. Inside the cabin, the same ethos continues. Performance blue accents flow across sport bucket seats, dressed in Alcantara and leather, providing tactile reassurance that this is not your typical EV. The redesigned center console leans into driver ergonomics, placing toggles, paddles, and mode selectors within a flick of your wrist. Even ambient lighting contributes to the experience, changing hues to indicate simulated gear shifts. It's as if Hyundai wants you to believe the car has a pulse. And after driving it, you might just be convinced it does. Track-focused tech is peppered throughout the interior, from N-Track Manager for lap timing and ghost racing, to action camera mounts so you can relive your feats long after you've left the tarmac. Torque distribution can be dialed in manually, giving seasoned enthusiasts the freedom to play with balance like a conductor tweaking an orchestra. And let's not forget the braking system, which offers up to 0.6 grams of deceleration through a regenerative N-Brake Regen program that works seamlessly with monstrous steel rotors and multi-piston calipers. This is a car that's been designed from the brakes up to endure both spirited drives and full-blown circuit assaults. Of course, performance is nothing without endurance, and here's where Hyundai cleverly balances its high-voltage thrills with pragmatic range and charging capabilities. Equipped with an 84 kilowatt-hour battery pack, the Ioniq 6N offers up to 291 miles of WLTP-tested range. Though real-world driving, especially with the pedal buried, will likely yield around 230 to 240 miles. Not that it matters much when 350 kilowatt DC fast charging gets you from 10 to 80% in less than 20 minutes. For track aficionados, there's even a lap-based soft calculator, estimating battery drain per session, so you're never caught off guard mid-race. In terms of availability and pricing, Hyundai has yet to announce the final figure, but insiders peg it at around $70,000 US. That positions the Ioniq 6N as a compelling rival to the Tesla Model 3 performance, the Audi RS3, and even the BMW M3, not just in price but in attitude. With only about 6,000 units expected annually, it's also not going to be a dime a dozen. This car is niche, focused, and proud of it. As electrification sweeps through the automotive landscape, few vehicles manage to redefine what emotion behind the wheel truly means. The Ioniq 6N is one of them. It doesn't just accelerate, it assaults your senses. It doesn't merely handle, it dances with precision. And it doesn't simply exist, it dares rivals to keep up. From its simulated combustion soul to its track-honed bones, this isn't just a next-gen Hyundai. It's a declaration of war from the N division, a chapter in EV history written in tire smoke and electrons.